Hey, it's Michelle at Counseling Recovery, and I want to talk about relationship recovery. So for the codependent person, they struggle with setting boundaries, self-care, but really they also struggle with creating relationships that are lopsided, where they're doing all the heavy lifting, all the giving, all the nurturing, and they don't really feel like their needs are being met. So what relationship recovery looks like in codependency is starting to take the focus off of your relationship, ironically, and back onto you. I know a lot of times people come to me for relationship recovery with codependency and they say, well, I just want to better my relationship. And yes, there are skills you can absolutely learn to do that. But sometimes we also have to look at what do our current relationships look like? Because if we've been codependent for a long time, I'm guessing that there may be some addicts in your life. There may be some people who might be self-centered, more narcissistic, which means they're more self-focused, not able to give or feel a lot of empathy. Those patterns are hard to undo. So what I want you to do is, instead of expecting your relationship to recover right away, I want you to shift that focus onto you recovering right away. Because when I learned how I was being codependent in my relationships and started working on that, that's what made the difference. Not expecting them to be different. And believe me, I expected them to be different for a lot of years. And that's what made me not grow for a long time, because I kept thinking, if only I would attract a better friend, or if only I would attract a better mate, then I would be happy. But reality was, I had to be that better person first by looking at what are some things I need to do to take care of myself first so that I can then create a healthier relationship. And part of that is looking at our dependency. So relationship recovery is really about trying to create a balance between taking care of you and having healthy, loving relationships. Our whole life can't be about the relationship, because when it is, that means we're putting way too much emphasis on somebody else making us happy versus us making ourselves happy. So when I say relationship recovery, that's what I'm talking about, is starting to check yourself in terms of how you're going to do with your own relationship to yourself, and taking care of maybe backing up and not being so dependent, because that will change the dynamic of your relationships. And sometimes part of that is you might realize some people aren't healthy for you, or the relationship isn't necessarily going to grow as you grow. And that's part of relationship recovery too, is sometimes we outgrow people, or we realize it's just not a match. And that's okay, that's really okay. But again, part of codependency recovery is looking at our patterns and being willing to doing something different. So I hope that helps you. I do have some free cheat sheets in my private relationship library. I'm going to have the link in this post. I have one in particular on writing prompts for codependency that has been really well received. So if you're wanting that, that is also part of you joining my list if you'd like to do that. I'd love to see you there. Okay, bye.